Hey guys, welcome back after a long time. We were into lookup and lookup array and reference functions, out of which today we will specifically look into match function. Now, what match function does, it extracts the relative position of the searched item in a particular table or a given set of data that we choose. Now, you can also combine match with index, which we'll see in a later videos when we do index, to get a advanced kind of data. Yeah, when you're searching in a kind of metric. But right now, for an example, you need to just understand what match does. It will give you the relative position of a searched item in a table. Now, the most important thing that you need to know is the data needs to be sorted in a sorted order in order to search for it. So suppose I have this quantity in a sorted order. Yeah. And I want to get the relative position of probably 70. Yeah. So let's understand the match function first in terms of its syntax. So when I'm talking about match function, I have to specify match open brackets. Then I have the lookup value, which I want to look up in the array or the table that I'm searching for. Then I have to specify the lookup array. Yeah. And lastly, there is a match type, which is optional. If you do not put it, then also it will work. So let's try to understand quickly by what it does. So lookup value, it can contain any numeric value or text string or boolean value or a cell reference that points to a specific type of data in that particular array, which you have to search. Second is the lookup array. This is again a range of cells or a table that you have to look out for. And lastly is the match type. Match type can have 1, 0 or -1. 1, 1 is a default match type where it extracts the most significant value equal to or smaller than the lookup value. Yeah. 0 match function retrieves the first value that exactly matches the lookup value. Yeah. And the lookup array may specify the values either in ascending or descending order, doesn't matter. So it will look out for the first value. And lastly, -1, this way it finds out the greater than or equal to lookup value. Now the lookup array argument must specify the values in ascending order. Yeah, same way, this has to be in ascending order. So let's quickly try all these things through a practical example. So is equal to match what I'm searching for. Suppose I am searching for something which I'll put in this cell. I'm searching it in the quantity. Yeah, I have selected the quantity. Yes, and I'll close the bracket. So suppose I am searching, I have not added any value, it is giving me the match type as 1 because it is 0. Yeah. So if I put 10, it is giving me an NA. Since it was 0, it was giving me the first relative position. So in this entire ascending order of cells or the cell references or the cell range that I have selected, 0 occupies the first position. Same way, if I add 30 here, it occupies the third position. So it gives me the relative position of this particular value within this cell. If I would have added 25, it is giving me 2. Why? As I told you, match type is 1, 0 or -1. By default, it is 1. Hence, it is giving me the smaller nearest value. So if I put 25, the smaller nearest value is 20 for it. Yeah. So it is giving me 2. If I would have added 31, it will give me 3 because 30 is the at third relative position and it is closest to 30. 31 is closest to 30, hence it is giving me third position. Because by default, 1 is the match type, default match type. So even if I put the match type as 1 here, it will give me the same result. That's clear? So what it is giving me is it is providing me the relative position of a particular value in a given array. If I add 120 over here to look out for, it is giving me the 12th position. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I guess I was able to make this clear. So it is giving me the relative position of that particular value within an array. So by default, it was 1. Let's try to push the match type as 0 right now. Let's use this same thing here and put it as 0. Let's see what it gives. It gives me 12. But let me put it as 35. It is not giving me anything because 0 is used for exact match. Yeah. 0 is used for exact match. 1 is used for less than match. So since 35 less than is equals to, or it is nearer to 30, the smaller value is nearer to 30, hence it is giving me the third position. Since 35 is not available over here and we are looking out for exact match using the 0, hence it is giving me any error because I'm not able to find the exact match. Now let's replace it by -1. This time it will give me the fourth relative position. 35. Let me put 38. Match AW6, A4 to F5. Am I doing anything wrong? Am I giving it right? Yes. 10 is okay. It is giving, you can see here, it is giving me the first cell, which is greater than. So it will give you greater than. So let me put 25. Why it is not? Okay, it is giving me right now. So here we can see previously when we add 35, it gave me third relative position. Yeah. Should for minus it should give. Why it is not giving? Let me check once again. Ideally, it should give you the fourth position within that array. Value not available. A value is not available to the formula or function. Yeah. So there is no value called 35. Let me put 45 if it's able to give any value. No, it is still not giving me any value for 40 as well. So there is something wrong with this function. So ideally what it should give is for same 35, it should give you the value as 4 here. Yeah, because 35 is between 30 and 40. When we added the match type as 1, it gives you the lesser value. So from 30 and 40, the lesser value is 30, which is at third position. When we add -1, out of 30 and 40, since 35 is between 30 and 40, 40 is the higher value and it will give you the relative position of 40, that is 4. So that's the crux behind the match type that we have. Okay. But few things that you need to remember is that match function does not extract the actual value. It retrieves only the relative position. Match function will ignore case differences when you're matching values in the lookup array. Yeah. So if you're trying to find out text, then it will give you, it will not find any difference between capital letters and small letters. Yeah. And if match is not found, it will give you an NA, as we have seen here when we try to find the exact match. Yeah. If match type is 0 and lookup value is texting, you can use the wildcard characters as well. The most important thing that you need to notice, my array has to be in ascending order. Now, if I try to do or run the same match function, so if I say match, just have a look. I want to match a particular value in this array, which is not in an ascending or descending order. It is not sorted, rather. That's what I wanted to say. So if I'm trying to find 3, which is available here in this particular data, I'm not able to find it. Yeah. Why? Because my data is not in a sorted manner. Either it will give you an error or it will give you an incorrect result. So when I put 9, it is giving me 5th position, which is incorrect. My 9 is at 2nd position. Yeah. Same way, if I'm trying to find 12, oh, sorry, trying to find 12, it is giving me 5th position again. I'm trying to find 17, it is giving me 9th position, which is not, which is incorrect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it luckily got me the right answer. But let me try with something else. 14, it is giving me 5th position. 14 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 14 is at 11th position, but it is giving me 5th position, which is incorrect. So in order to get the data right, you need to have this data in a sorted manner. So the table that you are trying to match has to be in a sorted manner in order to get the right results. Yeah. So you need to be very careful while you are using the match functions. You need to check whether your data is in ascending order. Now it is at 14. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so I got the right relative position. But whereas when we used it for quantity, now the quantity match has gotten screwed up because 35, which we are searching for, which is between 30 and 40, is nowhere in the data. And it is showing me as 9th position, which is how do I understand where my 9th position is? Same with 35, again, it is showing me 4th position. So two different results for the same data, which is incorrect. Yeah. So this is how match function works. Hope you understood the concept of how the match function works. Hope you like this video. Do like it, share it across with the colleagues who want to learn Excel. Comment if you want me to cover any topics in this 365 days of Excel journey. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, because that's how you'll get notification about future videos that I add on YouTube. And that will also keep me motivated towards creating such free content. Thank you so much.